Christmas 1978 and 11 stars were rising in the West. Every week the Hawthorns witnessed football miracles and the wise men of West Bromwich were the team of the year. Argentina had just been crowned champions of the world, but Albion's football was from another planet.
Regis. Cunningham. John Weil to Robson. Oh, Albion aggressively and entertainingly going forward, trying to pull leads out of position. Good work. Cantello, Brom. Oh, yes! Oh, yes, sir!
It was an exciting time for West Bromwich Albion. With exciting players who played attacking football.
You know what, like the start of last season when Arsenal were flying, we were a bit like that. We had a smashing team that were all full of, if you like, positive attacking sort of assets, and that's the way we used to play. We used to go to the sound of the trumpets.
Good football, passing football, precision football, creativity and good, strong, solid defence.
We could break from one end of the field to the other very, very quickly.
Cunningham. Johnston. Regis.
We had so many players who could produce something which was out of the ordinary. Tony Brown used to score some great goals.
Tony Brown.
For me, the best sort of goal-scoring player I've ever worked with, you knew full well he'd be bursting blood vessels to get up alongside him and get in the box.
We've got 4 or 5 players who, you know, weighed in with goals week after week, and you didn't have to rely on one person all the time.
Oh, beautifully done by Regis to Tony Brown. And there's Alistair Brown. I think he miskicked, but he gets the goal anyway. It's 3-0.
We also had an emerging young Bryan, Robson.
It was fabulous to play with that team, and you know, to go to the Hawthorns where there was 32,000 sell-out crowds every week. Great atmosphere. It was just great times at the club.
Cantello was a top midfield player.
The forwards made it so easy for midfield players. Laurie, Cyrille, really did make a bad ball into a good ball. It was a pleasure to play with them.
You know, Regis and Cunningham were lightning quick. I used to say about Laurie, he's the only fellow I know who could run on snow and not even make an imprint on it.
Got the cross in, Willie Johnston. Regis, oh yes. 2-1. Cyrille Regis.
Ron was a great motivator, like he is now. He loves life. He demanded excellence as well.
He's always the same, Ron, isn't he? He's great to be around, you know, especially on the training pitch. And he liked to be entertained.
I used to look forward to going to the matches like a fan would. I couldn't wait for the games.
Here's Cunningham. Yes, oh yes.
He always wanted you to express yourself. It was always expressing yourselves in games and, you know, playing with skill.
We did throw caution to the wind. We did attack. We tried to win every game.
They had a genuine enthusiasm. They just enjoyed playing for the club and enjoyed playing football.
The memories are indelible, and it was a fantastic experience to play with such talented players.
There's a chance for Regis here, and he's made it!
Albion were riding on the crest of a wave in December 1978, and only a fixture backlog was keeping them from the crest of the First Division 2. Recent wins at Wolves and Arsenal had lifted them to 3rd place in the table, and before 78 became 79, Albion had one more journey, a trip to Old Trafford and a match that will never be forgotten.
It was going well, not just in the league but in cup competitions as well. We were going very well. The players were full of confidence, and we were scoring a lot of goals at that time.
I was looking really forward to the game. I thought we'd, you know, no disrespect to Man United, but when you look at the teams on paper, I think we were the stronger side anyway. And I went into the game full of confidence that we would get a result there. Everybody wants to beat Man United, and they've still got that air about them now. And for us to go out there at Christmas time and produce that kind of performances, being down 2 or 3 times, it was fantastic.
We gave the performance that, even now when anybody ever talks about great games, even the Man United fans, when I went to Man U, that was one of the things they would always talk about, that game, the 5-3 match. All you have to say is the 5-3 match and everybody knows it as the 5-3 game.
You speak to any Albion supporter and, oh, I've got that tape, you know, and must have been a hell of a lot of tapes made of that game. But it was a cracker. It was a terrific game.
But the fact is that it's to an all-round team improvement that United will be looking after 2 successive 3-0 defeats over Christmas. And their defence will have Stuart Houston back today after injury kept him out of those defeats by Bolton and Liverpool. However, a hip injury means that Lou Macari sits this one out, and there's a chance in his place for David McCreary, who turned down the opportunity of a move to Middlesbrough a couple of weeks ago. Up front, leading scorer Jimmy Greenough is now fully recovered from the shin injury he sustained at Burnden Park 8 days ago. As for Albion, their adventurous style this season owes much to Laurie Cunningham, always a player of exciting potential, but now revealing his skills more consistently. The Albion team is the one that has won 4 matches in a row, during which this defence has conceded only 1 goal, a penalty. The midfield is very attack-minded, with Tony Brown's career total of 212 making him one of the 3 leading scorers currently in action in the league. And the front 3, they're all in form this season. Laurie Cunningham 10 goals, Ali Brown 8, Cyrille Regis 11. It's an afternoon for the fans to keep close together, with the air temperature only just above freezing, but the pitch in remarkably good condition, taking the start, and no reason why we shouldn't see some excellent football. Mr. Clinoin from Anglesey referees his first game at Old Trafford, although he's been a linesman here before. In fact, he ran the line in this very fixture 2 seasons ago. Albion kicking off in their usual strip, broad blue and white stripes, attacking the goal to our left. Mike Thomas, the new signing from Wrexham, playing the long one up towards Jimmy Greenough, gotten out to collect. Albion haven't won at Old Trafford in their last 17 games here. Ali Brown and Regis in there, but Buchan clears. Weil and Ritchie jumping together. Batson now back to Godden. Game still looking for rhythm and pattern. Jimmy Greenough, Queen, Cantello. Ali Brown over the top, turns and puts his hands on his hips as though he thought he might have got a corner, but I think there was much doubt that that was clearing the crossbar by a good foot or two. A good break here with Thomas in the middle and Ritchie there too. Koppel pulls back the cross, that was a better looking one, but Godden still cut it out. Good break by Koppel. Ball pulled back in the air from the byline. Godden stretching to catch. Queen. Robson. Flick on by Ali Brown, collected by Houston. Touch from Robertson. Very consistent defender Robertson has been for West Brom. Statham. Regis jumping with Buchan. McCreary. Hustled by Tony Brown. Robson. Robertson. Bad ball. Bryan Greenough for United. Buchan with Houston calling for it, and the return of Houston does mean that United's best distributor from the back is available to them again. Koppel, good shot but wide, but he was allowed the room to do it, and I'm sure Albion must be feeling they might have done better at closing him down. Regis to Cantello. Batson outside, cross into the middle towards Cunningham, just too high for him. Bryan Greenough. His brother. Bucker. Ritchie beaten to it by Weil. And straight to his opposite number 5 and back again. Batson now to Goff. Brendan Batson. Houston's header was a good one. Cantello now for Batson. Header on by Regis that Cunningham was hunting. Regis still in there hustling. Akiri gets it off his toe, only for it to go to Batson. Cantello, low cross this time, put out for a corner by Thomas. And a short corner taken, well worked here for Tony Brown. To let that left foot go, and well turned over by Bailey. Tony Brown. The short corner work between Brown and Batson, and there goes Brown's left foot. And Bailey will feel well pleased to have turned that one over. Brown again with the corner, but this time to hit a long one. Bailey coming looking for it and making a safe catch. And a good throw too for McElroy. Ahead of him only Ritchie, but Jimmy Greenough and Coppell arriving. That's Coppell. Ritchie to his left. McElroy now in the middle with Jimmy Greenough. This is Thomas. Ritchie. The advantage of that good throw by Bailey has been dissipated, but United retain possession. Not now. Cantello, Ali Brown lets the ball do the work, but it runs on too far. Peary and Jimmy Greenough in each other's way. Statham wondering about the goalkeeper, and it's not really on. Statham gets away with it at the very end. Kept very cool there under a lot of pressure. And now here's Ali Brown, chased by McQueen. Into the middle, but too hard for Regis. Coppell. Tackle by Robson was a foul. Robson thought he played the ball cleanly, but Mr. Owen is firm and positive. Cantello's protestations of no avail. Robson, incidentally, had trouble with a rick neck this morning, but he seems to be all right at the moment. McElroy standing over the free kick. McQueen. Ritchie going in. Header out was by Robertson. And now it's Cunningham. Nil-nil after a quarter of an hour. Houston for United to Jimmy Greenough. McElroy. Robertson. Regis. Good break by Regis, and he's all on his own. He's no support. And down he goes. And that, I think the referee has given the goal kick. It looked to me like a dive. No, he's given the free kick. There it is again. Well, he was helped on his way a bit by McQueen. Just a little nudge with the thigh there, and on reflection, probably Mr. Owen was right. Four-man wall for Bailey's right-hand post. Still not entirely happy that they're in the right place. They've got a fifth man now. Robson. And Batson coming in. Beautifully worked free kick, which took United absolutely by surprise. Bailey there, completely left uncovered as Batson came in onto Robson's cross, and Bailey pleased that the header went wide. Richie, good turn, took him well away from Robertson, and he's lost Statham, yes, and crossed well, low for McElroy, blocked by Batson. Where is the ball? Referee will have to give a bounce. Very good play here by Richie, and when the hard low cross is struck over, McElroy's shot comes back off Batson, and then the ball disappears. Mr. Owen meanwhile calling across Weil and Robertson to cool down some complaining that was going on, and the outcome will be a drop ball. And there could be a fair old scramble here. Absolutely right. Well, Mike Thomas, a Welshman, of course. Chipped in by Bryan Greenough and touched over by Godden. Well, from a little bit of fun there from the rugby scrum, the ball came out to Bryan Greenough, who did exactly the right thing. Beautifully controlled chip, and I think it might have dropped under had Godden not been alert. Towards McQueen. Cantello's clearance. Houston to Buchan. McElroy. We had quite a lot of snow swirling around in the air just before the game began, and it's beginning to fall once more now. Thomas. Houston. Which McElroy is going out to take. McQueen on the line, so too is Richie, and it's not easy for Godden there as McElroy prepares to swing it in. Goal, McElroy's corner, the header comes out to Bryan Greenough, he sets himself, and that's a goal all the way. Bryan Greenoug's second goal of the season, the 21st minute of the game, and Manchester United take the lead, and what a goal it was too. He'd been unlucky with a little chip only a minute or so before, and he wasn't going to be denied with that volley. Batson now for West Bromwich. Streamer doesn't help the players. Good tackle there by Statham. And foul by Coppell. Coppell conceding the free kick after a very solid but quite legitimate tackle by Statham. Regis now poised for a run as Statham shapes to take the free kick. It's missed out Regis, it's gone for Cunningham at the back. The looping header beats the crossbar. Laurie Cunningham started his football with Orient. Coppell. By Tony Brown. Statham. Regis was having his arm pulled by Buchan, and then a foul by Thomas gets the free kick for West Bromwich. Statham. Robertson. Stolen back to him. Could have done without it, I think. McElroy, and pressure by United wins them possession. Jimmy Green off. Ricochet might work for Thomas. Looking for a corner. Oh, he's fiddled away out with the aid of the Greenoff brothers. Stopped in the end by Weil. And Weil was fouled by McElroy. Or by McCreary, rather. Statham. Cunningham calling for the ball to feet up the line. Inside instead to Ali Brown. Now out to Cunningham. The booing of the black players. Paid off there, or repaid by Tony Brown.
I got the equaliser. I mean, it was a ball played by Laurie Cunningham into the box, just inside the box, and I just swiveled and turned in one movement and hit it in the far corner. And it just beat Bailey.
And Tony Brown, full enough, was the biggest Man United fan in the world.
They were my team as a schoolboy, you know, up to fit when I joined Albion at 15, and I was Man United. I was mad Man United as a young lad, so going there was a great. What Big Ron he knew I was a great Man United fan as a schoolboy, and he often used to say to me, he'd say, I'm not playing, when the United game come round, he would say, I'm not playing you this Saturday, because you might not try and score against these.
When we used to go and play Man United, he'd have a red shirt on. He'd wear a red shirt. I used to say, you're playing for them today, supporting them or playing for us, like, you know. But he always weighed in against them.
No, it gave me great joy to score against the team I supported as a boy.
So that's Tony Brown on the mark again, as he so often is. He's been a regular scorer over the years against Manchester United. McElroy. Snow falling quite hard. Ritchie for Manchester United. Cunningham. Cunningham again. Past Koppel. Past McCreary. Regis wanting one chipped in. No, it's played in low for him. Back heel for Cantello. What a magnificent goal. What a great goal.
I can remember Len Cantello's goal. It was an absolutely fantastic goal.
And it was a delightful ball played to Cyrille at the edge of the box. And I was actually facing Cyrille and I wanted that ball off him. But he decided to backheel it.
Football is about creativity and initiative and doing something spontaneous. That's why it's the beautiful game. And it was just something I saw. Laurie passed it into me. I controlled it at the box and I saw Len coming round and I just backheeled it.
I've hit it in from 45 yards, so everybody says. But obviously it was just 12 yards out and I've smacked it and I just caught it right and it flew in.
He got goal of the season. Brilliant goal. But that just summed up West Bromwich Albion at that time.
I've seen it enough. I mean, I've got a video at home that the kids put on. It's not so much the goal, it's the celebration they like watching. It's probably the worst celebration they've ever seen.
And West Bromwich Albion, from one down, go 2-1 in front. Devastating finishing, and United now have to come back. Robertson, linesman flagging for a foul, referee applies the advantage, and Weil clears to touch. Well, the game has suddenly exploded with three very good goals indeed. Houston to take the free kick. Over it comes towards McQueen. So it's now 2-2. And McQueen is injured. Houston's free kick, and McQueen given an awful lot of space here. Nobody had picked him up. And no chance for the defenders. Meanwhile, McQueen's still on the ground having treatment, and we've had 4 goals in just under 10 minutes. Question mark, I think, here to be asked about the Albion defence. There's McQueen on his run, and I think it's Statham who spots him late. And the ball between the defender on the line and Godden. And now McQueen has been repaired. Incidentally, his second goal of the season. And so it's 2-2. Half an hour ago. Robson, Cunningham. Cunningham again. Cantello. Regis. Robson. Cunningham available. Chance for him to cross. Look for Ali Brown's head. Cantello shot blocked. Statham. Goal by Regis on Bryan Greenough, making it possible for Statham to get through there, but well spotted by the linesman, Mr. McManus. Houston. Ritchie. Houston. It's a useful header that Cantello won there. And Albion in a little bit of trouble here. McElroy, good change of feet, and a great goal! What a good goal again! That was beautifully done by Sammy McElroy. Albion trying to football their way out of trouble, eventually lost possession. McElroy changes from left foot to right, and in goes another fine goal. So it's now 3-2, and what a seesaw we're on here. Five different names on the score sheet, and goals to warm any crowd on a bitter winter afternoon. Tony Brown. Well, nobody will mind standing out in the snow for football like this. Tony Brown, Cantello, Baxon, taking on Houston, looking for the turn back across. Good catch by Bailey with Ali Brown running in behind him. Jimmy Greenough, Ritchie. Query to Buchan, Thomas. Houston waiting on the left touchline. Thomas trying a shot, but it didn't catch Godden by surprise. Batson, Ali Brown, Thomas for United. Statham content with the throw in. When you see that, you realise what the pace of the game has been. There's hardly been an indication of a player taking a breather. Buchan, McElroy, Thomas, Jimmy Greenough, Buchan. Once again, United with 10 forward. box, and Jimmy Greenough then gives it straight away. Cantello to Batson. Tony Brown popping up on the right touchline, and a good break here by Robson. 3-3, now a great save by Bailey. Beautifully engineered break. Tony Brown and Robson quick through the middle, but a good save by the young goalkeeper. Looked all over 3-3, that did. And two midfield men for Albion leading the break. Brown's corner now, caught by Bailey. Regis. McElroy, now Regis, Tony Brown, Batson to his right, three in the middle for Albion as the cross comes over, but Buchan meets it. Meanwhile, Sammy McElroy down injured, and Tommy Kavanagh coming on to have a look at him. Like a knee. Challenge coming right through him. John Weil. McElroy's ankle is the cause of the problem, but he seems to be prepared to go on. We are virtually at half-time anyway, so there'll be time for him to have a bit more treatment. Robson. Statham. Cantello's header on. And Tony Brown has scored. The last blow of the first half, surely, struck by Tony Brown.
Actually, this third goal just showed you the philosophy of Albion attacking wise, because the ball was flicked on by Len Cantello.
Bomber nicked on as his wont, and I swear blind to this day, I thought I heard the whistle go just as he nicked it past Gary Bailey. So I've turned, and the whistle's gone for half time, so I've turned, gone up the tunnel.
We got in the dressing room at half time, and Big Ron come down, and he said, right, sit down lads, well done. He said, keep playing the way you're playing and you'll get this equaliser. And all the lads were looking at each other, you know, because I just equalised on the stroke of half time.
And Bomber said, what do you mean equalised, Gaffer? I said, well, he didn't allow that goal, did he? I thought he blew for half time before, and he said, no. I said, oh, you only got to play the way you play now and you'll win it easy. You know.
That was good at half time because it took the nervousness away, you know, the lads had a little bit of a laugh about that. And then we were ready for the second half.
Welcome back to Old Trafford, where the ground has buzzed throughout half-time as the crowd have revelled in the 6 goals that we've seen so far. I wonder have we more in store as United now set off in this second half to attack the goal to our left. United have been beaten at Old Trafford this season by Bristol City and Liverpool in the league and by Watford in the League Cup. They've certainly shown here today that they're capable of bouncing back after their unhappy Christmas. It was Buchan's header, but he was climbing, and the referee gives the free kick to Albion. Derek Statham. Regis. Statham again. Koppel facing him as it's played in. Taken well on his chest. Good play there by Ali Brown, and he eventually turns it across. Tony Brown was waiting, thinking about a hat-trick. Cunningham turning it in. Houston. United have scrambled it away somehow. And now it's Ritchie showing too much of it to Robson. Then McCreary across and Statham's header back. Bryan Greenough for United. Koppel. 3 for him to cross to. Low to Jimmy Greenough. Bryan Greenough coming in for a shot. Cunningham chasing the clearance and attacking McQueen. Regis free over on this side. Houston coming to cover him. Pull back for Tony Brown. Cantello is involved. Cantello's cross and a good save by Bailey. Fine move that, started from inside their own half on the far side by Laurie Cunningham. Finishing there with Cantello's cross, well cut out by Bailey. The attendance this afternoon, bearing in mind that it's a bitterly cold day and there's a bus strike, is still 45,091. Buchan. Clever little header there by Jimmy Greenough, and Ritchie has run onto it. A bit of covering work by Weil. Ritchie. Koppel. Found room for himself very cleverly there. Weil. Regis coming out with the ball. Cyrille Regis. It's again some unsavoury barracking of the black players from certain sections of the crowd, which says nothing for their sportsmanship at all.
Most grounds we used to get a level of racist abuse. Looking back, there was hardly any black players playing in that top flight. So it was still a strange phenomenon to see 3 black players in one side, and teams like Leeds, Millwall, West Ham, Chelsea, we used to get a lot of racist abuse, but we know how to deal with it, and basically we turn a negative into a positive, and that positive came out in our performances on the pitch.
Thomas. Green. Good header by Robertson. Collected though by Thomas for United. Bryan Greenough forward to McElroy. Corner given. Ball pushed out by Robertson. Corner, McQueen is there again. And it's a corner now at the other side. Thomas going over to take this one. McQueen staying up. Already scored 1 good goal with a header. This time Godden jumping for a punch. Ritchie fouled him. Mr. Owen has certainly been on the spot in virtually every important critical decision in this game. He's kept up with the player well, made his decisions quickly and firmly. Regis. Tony Brown, Statham robbed by Ritchie. The United striker back doing defensive work in midfield very well. Ali Brown. Covering by Buchan. Statham to Weil. Cunningham. Flicked away from him by Thomas. Albion throw. Cantello again doing very well. And he's got the corner, and I think that Thomas has got a graze down the side of his thigh. And Albion wanting to take the corner quickly, which they've done. Batson to cross. And a good jump and a header off the line. Robertson's header. And the clearance off the line by Bryan Greenough. Magnificent jump by Robertson, and what a good clearance off the line by Bryan Greenough. Fine play there by both sides. Good attack, good defence, and the excitement bubbles still. McQueen's header away. Robson turning it out to Tony Brown. Bailey coming for a good punch, but it's going back in, but this time, in fact, it hasn't even gone out of play. It's come through to Cunningham. Macken's header down to Thomas. Batson. Offside given. Tony Brown anyway, turning it wildly wide. For Ritchie. Ritchie's done well, turning past Weil, and a good shot, well saved by Godden. What a magnificent save. Ritchie turned very cleverly away from Weil. The centre-half's challenge didn't take, and a fierce shot turned over by Godden. Turned in again by Bryan Greenough. Away, pressure. The attacks continue. Houston, chance to shoot, and again Godden beats it down. Houston here coming away from two Albion players and has a clear view of goal, and let's go with the left foot. Godden beats it down, it had almost ran away off his ankle. Cunningham. Good sprint, good control, now he's heading for goal. Just stopped, and Regis lets the shot go, and what a save by Bailey. Regis could scarcely believe it. Great run by Cunningham, and then when he lays it off, or in fact it's blocked by McCreary, Regis lets fly, and look at that for goalkeeping. Gary Bailey. Robertson's free kick. Ali Brown chasing it. Bryan Greenough back to Bailey. Houston, Thomas, Ritchie, Bryan Greenough. Quarter of an hour left. Jimmy Greenough on the ball for Koppel. Jimmy Greenough again. Thomas's header, and a good save now by Gordon. Thomas close there to getting his first goal for Manchester United. The Greenough cross, lovely little diving header, and a good save on the bounce from Godden. Well, there won't have been a better game played anywhere in the country today than this. Bryan Greenough. Curry making a run to the right. Koppel. Curry has now left him that touchline. Bryan Greenough back in. Godden hesitated there, snatched it before McElroy could step in. That's a neat little header from Regis for Cunningham, and if he keeps his head, he'll score. That's another goal worthy of this game.
Because United came out at us, you know, really suited us with Laurie Cunningham and Cyrille Regis' pace. Laurie Cunningham did an individual goal as well, where he went away from Stuart Houston from the halfway line and finished it off.
Poor Stuart Houston, he was playing left back that day. He absolutely roasted Stuart Houston that day.
That West Brom team was really suited into counter-attacking football because we had so much pace in the team. And so if you're leaving areas for them to attack with that pace, then you're always going to cause people trouble, no matter how good of a team they are.
So it's 4-3, and once again the balance tilts. Really is a magnificent game of football, and with 13 minutes to go, no one would wager that the scoring was over. Cunningham scoring his 11th goal of the season. And Albion now leading 4-3. Getting the free kick from Bryan Greenough. And then into the middle towards McElroy, but Cantello cleared it. Now it's Houston. Ritchie flicked it. It's Ritchie now, and stopped by Wild. Cunningham again now for Cantello. Cunningham in the middle with Regis and Ali Brown. Cantello playing it back for Batson. Cantello again. Patient build-up this time by Albion. United with everybody back, and the move has lost its impetus, and Houston is able to scramble it away for a throw. Foul throw. Cut in and have a go, and he's played it low, and it's put over the top when it really seemed as though it had to be a goal for Ali Brown. Batson cutting in, played across the face there, and just the side foot took the ball over the top. And ball there, picked up once again by Mr. Owen. Two men caught offside, Koppel and Ritchie. So Mr. McManus from Connors Quay, the linesman with the red flag on this side. Robson. Regis again. Oh, and Bailey has thwarted him again.
The big thing for me, their best player by a distance was Gary Bailey. I mean, I honestly think we could have won that game 10.
Bailey played terrific. He made some great saves, especially remembering 2 from Cyrille. He did keep the score down here.
We could have gone out, you know, by the winners by a big score. I think we could have finished with 7, 8, 9. Gary Bailey pulled off some great saves from Cyrille.
And I thought, well, I'm not going to score today, but I managed to get one thanks to the creativity of the other 2 players, Laurie Cunningham and Alistair Brown.
Koppel. Cunningham letting the ball beat Houston, and he's away again to show that pace and grace and control. Just a nicely weighted little pass for Ali Brown, who's turned inside Bryan Greenoff. On for Regis. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a magnificent goal! Ali Brown and then Regis with the deadly finish. And isn't he entitled to smile?
I've seen it many times. Laurie Cunningham, I can remember the commentator saying Laurie Cunningham going down the wing with all the grace and pace and style, and Ali Brown just slipping the ball through to me, and I'm coming on from outside of shot the camera and just blasting it past the goalkeeper, Gary Bailey.
And there is a goalkeeper who has shown us some heroics this afternoon and yet has been beaten 11 times in 8 days. Manchester United 3, West Bromwich 5, 6 minutes to play. Cunningham again. Still has a chance to have another go. On for Batson with McQueen at his heels. Cunningham. And Weil now just taking the safe way back. Well, you feel some sympathy for Manchester United, who've made a great contribution to a magnificent game of football. But at the moment, West Bromwich Albion look like a team who are positively irresistible. Cunningham. Cunningham and then Tony Brown. And the decision, I think, is a corner. Bailey carried it over, or maybe there'd been a deflection from Tony Brown's shot. But a corner it is. We want 6, chant the Albion supporters behind Gary Bailey's goal. Corner has been taken. Batson up supporting again, as he's been so often in the game. Cunningham cutting in and crossing. Oh, what a goal that would have been. But Ali Brown is the one man who's been out of luck. Devastating burst of acceleration and a lovely first-time cross from Cunningham. Ali Brown's header at the near post, putting the ball wide. Weil, Ali Brown and Houston together. And ball. It's the final whistle at the end of a really superb game of football, full of goals and full of great goals.
It's quite funny because we went there the year before and nicked an equaliser. I remember coming up the tunnel and Tommy Cavanagh, their trainer, said, "You wait till you come in next year and get a right good hiding." I thought, oh, that's interesting. Because we had got a pretty good record at Old Trafford anyway, you know. And as I do remember going up the tunnel and seeing Tommy Cavanagh, and I thought, hey, you were right. Was I hammering this year? But I mean, to be fair to Dave Sexton and them, they held their hand up. You know, they knew that we were playing right. We were playing above the ground at that moment in time.
I was very pleased. I thought everybody worked very hard and tried very hard, and we got 3 cracking goals. Unfortunately, this fella team got a few more than us, but overall I was very, very, very pleased with the way we responded and the way we fought back. And we might well have got a result from the game when it was 3-3, and in the second half, just before they scored their 4th goal, I thought we looked as though we were going to score a 4th goal, but they got one on a breakaway, and it brought them to life again. And you can't give a team as good as that
Ron, could I ask you the same question? Could you sum up the game in one sentence again? You can have two if you really want it.
I would say that was a great Saturday afternoon for everybody if you don't take the result into account. I mean, if you come out on a Saturday afternoon to enjoy football, to enjoy your Saturday afternoon out, and to go home and think, cool, I've had my money's worth there, then nobody could have any complaints.
It was the result that kept Albion right up there in the chase for the title, and things got even better 2 weeks into the new year. A 1-1 draw at Norwich lifted them to the top of the First Division.
You talk to the supporters, the Albion supporters nowadays, and obviously they all hark back to this era, you know, the 79 side. What a good side it was, and now it was great to watch, and they used to look forward to coming to games. They couldn't wait during the week.
It was a fantastic time for the club. I mean, we played some really good football, exciting football, full of steel, flair, and I think whoever came to watch us came and saw a good game.
West Brom still gets mentioned to me when I go around the country, you know, as being a really exciting attacking team at that time. And obviously all the Baggies fans, you know, they all remember that team and speak highly of it. So it's nice when you've been involved in a team like that, you know, where you did excite fans for a certain time.
We didn't go to places like Anfield or Old Trafford just to see if we could, you know, nick a point or snatch a 1-0 win. We went there with, you know, we're going to put on a show. That was Ron's style. Put on a show, and if we play well enough, we'll score goals and we'll win the game.
The reigning European champions and the European champions-elect were the only sides who finished above Albion that season. The weather and a 17-match cup campaign finally caught up with them.
We got a result at Norwich, and then as I say, we didn't play for 4 weeks. Liverpool, in the meantime, they got under soil heating and this and they managed to play, catch up with us, get past us and get themselves into a position. We then, after a month of non-activity, I was trying to fix friendlies up. We played in Guernsey, we played at Whitney, just anywhere we got a football pitch. We were playing on virtually parks pitches, trying to get a bit of turf under and play, you know, that way. And we got stuck in March where we had to play a load of FA Cup. We had to play Red Star Belgrade, got beaten the last minute by them in the quarter-final. Got beat with the last kick of the season by Nottingham Forest to Trevor Francis came on and nicked a goal which cost us the runners-up spot. I'm still convinced if we hadn't have had that break, we'd have definitely won something, and I think we'd have won the league. I really do. I think that team then would have been good enough to win the league. It was good enough to win the league, but I thought the momentum we had going in, by the end of February, I think we'd have been clear of the pack.
The team may not have won any trophies, but they won the hearts of football fans everywhere. What magical memories and what great pride for Albion supporters, typified by that glorious game at Old Trafford.
The 60s was a great time for West Brom because we won 3 trophies. You know, we were in semi-finals, we were in Europe, and that was a successful side. As far as entertaining and attacking, the 79 side probably just swayed it.
What a magnificent goal! What a great goal!
We've got a lot of Man United pals, and they still say it's the best game they've seen at Old Trafford, and they've had some memorable nights there.
And Tony Brown has scored!
It just brings back a lot of memories and a bit disappointment as well, because that side, you know, should have gone on and done better things.
That's another goal worthy of this game.
It was exciting, but it was great to go in and work. You know, I've never described it as work anyway, but it was great. You couldn't wait to even train. It was great times.
A nicely weighted little pass for Ali Brown, who's turned inside Bryan Greenoff. On for Regis. Oh!